It's Monday, October 22nd, 2012, or at least it will be at that point or sometime after when you see this video. As you can tell, I'm in an airport again, and let's talk about what happened this weekend at XDA-Developers.com and a little bit of what happened at the Big Android BBQ. First off, of course, some device update news. As I've mentioned more than a few times recently, the torrent of CM10, Jelly Bean, whatever updates have kind of slowed down. It's gotten a little slower in the last few weeks, simply because most devices are starting to get their updates, or they've already received some sort of a port, so the news just hasn't been pouring out about it. However, we did have a couple of updates from this weekend. First off, thanks to XDA senior member Elgin Skater, we now have an unofficial port of CM10 for the MyTouch 4G. Looks like there's quite a few things that are working on it. There are a couple that are not quite working, like the camera. I've seen that pretty commonly with most devices. But if you have the device and you're interested in trying it out, it is definitely worth a shot. Go ahead and read the forum thread and see what applies to you and if you're interested in trying it. And a very interesting port appeared this weekend for the Xperia Pro. Thanks to XDA forum member Mang.agoist. Yep, screwed that one up, I'm sure. He's created a ROM he's calling Pac-Man, and essentially it's a merger of ParanoidAndroid, AOKP, and CM10, sort of cherry-picking the best of all three. The list of working features is very, very long, and it doesn't appear that there's a not working list, so it's definitely worth giving a look. If you have the Xperia Pro, take a look at the forum thread again, see if it's going to work for you or not. Another bit of interesting news from this weekend, XDA forum member IDRAM managed to get his hands on a developer, a prototype Verizon Galaxy Tab 2 7-inch. Well, thanks to XDA senior member Mr. Hyde03, they managed to pull the image files required off of the device in order to be able to unlock it. So apparently, in order to unlock your own device, if you're so inclined, what to do is have it rooted already, you have to flash a couple of files to it, and then you're done. If you have the device and you're interested in doing this, definitely take a look at the forum thread. I'm going to keep saying that. And the last actual story I thought I would mention involves a new announcement for XDA developers. They're going to be opening very soon XDA-University.com. And essentially what that's going to be is a tutorial site with all sorts of information on how to create your own ROMs, how to compile your own ROMs, all sorts of things like that for the very beginners to learn all of this stuff. So I know I'm definitely going to be using some of that information on my own, and if you are interested in learning more about it, there is a place where you can sign up with your email address to get more information when it becomes available. Okay, and the rest of the video is essentially going to be my little wrap-up of the Big Android BBQ. I think Adam may be doing one of these, maybe Azrianok, maybe Erica, because we were all there. We all had a very good time. Personally, I ended up spending the majority of my time at the XDA booth, which you can see here. We had a huge banner where all of the XDA members that were actually there could sign. We had a glass case full of devices ranging from like 1980s to 2012 with a brand new 80K that Will got at Google I/O and sent over to Adam. So we had just this plethora of different devices, and it was a great time. We had a lot of people coming up saying, I had that device, I had all of these devices, I had none of these. Man, I should have brought this, I could have contributed to it. It was really a very interesting display, and people seemed to greatly enjoy that. I also got to see some booths from other people, but I didn't really take much video other than this one video of Adam with a chainsaw, so that was a lot of fun. And actually it turns out he was with Death Becomes Us there. Death Becomes, I'm sorry, terrible with usernames there, but excellent booth. Lots of really good booths there. I got to spend some time with the guys from Cruiserlight. They make some amazing products, and thank to them for passing along this case. I know a bunch of people got cases from them this weekend. This is actually an AOKP case, which I have never used AOKP, but may have to give it a shot. I've heard a lot of great things about it, seen a lot of good things out of it, so may be worth a shot. Other than that, lots of presentations were given. Adam and myself gave one on vulnerabilities and exploits. I think it went over pretty well, although the star of the show definitely was Adam's little magical box, which I have lovingly nicknamed the Internet. Essentially what the box does, it has an a Raspberry Pi inside of it running, as we've talked about before, ADB on the Raspberry Pi, and you hook a device up to it and it will pretty much root it. Up until recently it would root about 90% of devices. Now he mentioned in the presentation it was closer to 60% now, so yeah, some things change, things get updated and changed, and we just sort of make do, I suppose. However, I do look forward to seeing a full write-up on it. Adam mentioned he's going to be posting the source code, some documentation, some information, pictures, all that fun stuff, probably on the XDA site, but almost assuredly on his website, on his GitHub, and all of that fun stuff. So look forward to seeing more information about that in the near future. All I've got is a very short video. And realistically, the big thing for me was just getting to hang out and network with the other developers, getting to spend time with guys like Chainfire and Flash, and just everybody else that I got to meet this weekend. Lots of forum moderators, forum administrators, people that I never imagined I would get the opportunity to meet. So thank you so much to XDA for sending me and sending all of the other people that got a chance to go. I do look forward to doing this again next year. Wonderful time, and that's going to be about all for me for today. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.